Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. I'll be honest, Sean. I feel rougher now than I did after the Arizona State game.
Really? Why do you feel so horrible?
Double dose of meat on Saturday and a late night. Good college football. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, we had a nice steak dinner last night while watching some college football. Man, that was crazy. That Georgia Texas game was crazy for a lot of reasons, but the fact that they changed the call after the fans went nuts and threw all those bottles on the field, I've never seen anything like that in football.
Yeah, I feel like we should wait for the college episode to go into in deep, but we watch football. We've watched football for a long time, and while the argument of getting it right, sure, maybe it ended up being the right call, but to basically encourage SEC fans to throw shit on the field to aid your own team. Why wouldn't every other team do this now? This is no different than the Oregon Dan Lanning 12 men on the field. Anyway. Yeah, good game. Good day in college football in general.
Good day, college football in general. Yeah, hit both my locks. You hit both of your locks.
Smash.
And hey, we got the phone lines open. This is the only NFL pregame show that lets you, the viewers, the listeners, decide what we're gonna hit on. The Discord line is open, ready to take some calls here in just a second.
It's half open.
We're watching the end of this Jags Pats game, which really the Jags should have put this game away a while ago. Went for it on 4th and 1. Like and now you can the back door is swinging open.
Horrible.
Ready to be pounced on by the Patriots. Almost. I was watching Drake May pick up a couple more rushing yards. Oh, he's right on the edge here of and on the VSiN show, I did give out Hunter Henry anytime touchdown. That is not hit, although he has had a massive game. May is 3 for 18. I'm seeing maybe that's not quite updated. I think he needs like probably 10, 11 more yards, depending on what you got it. So hopefully you get a late scramble here. I'm surprised he hasn't run the ball more. Oh, he's rolling to his left. Oh no, he's throwing it. Oh, and they dropped it. All right. So we'll see how this sweat closes out here, but
all right, Discord line's open. If you
Discord line is open, I'm going to click over.
While you're doing that, some good talking points for the weekend. Got the Circa.
Oh yeah,
million picks for week 7. The consensus top 5. We were talking about this yesterday. A little surprised that the some of these teams, Packers being the overwhelming chalk, is just people grabbing the dead number. Once again, people love a dead number.
Hey, it's not 3, it's 2.5.
After that, we got Lions coming in second, Commanders, then Niners, and then Jets. So I was off the mark this week.
Yeah, I guess Commanders to me is the most surprising. I would say 49ers also surprising, but Chiefs also getting a decent number of entries. But yeah, Commanders, and the fact that it's that lopsided is crazy to me, especially considering how I don't know how bad the Commanders defense is banged up. Jonathan Allen is out. Obviously one of their better defensive tackles there. I think the Panthers are going to be able to throw on the Commanders. Do we get a final ruling on Deontay Johnson, Ryan? I know he was dealing with some stuff. I have a Xavier Legette 2 touchdown play. I'm thinking on here.
In.
Okay. Yeah. It seemed like he was going to go in, but then maybe he wasn't. It was weird energy from that.
I'm going to confirm this now, but because I haven't seen the actual actives. The only actual inactive I picked up was Kenneth Walker is active.
Okay.
but I'll confirm it. Everything I read suggested that he would be in.
No, it seemed like he was trending in that direction. Biggest news for us, Ryan, of course, between now and when we tape the show, Will Levis is out. Somehow that AC joint got worse. Somehow, who knows? But Mason Rudolph is starting, which really,
Good or bad?
Well, we gave out the Bills as a pick -8.5. I certainly don't like it nearly as much that now that Mason Rudolph is starting.
I mean, it certainly is a bump on the. I kind of wish I was on the Titans now, Sean.
No, I do. I think the Titans as a small money line play is kind of intriguing because Titans, I keep saying, have a good defense. They don't have a good offense. Well, Will Levis is destroying what's left of their offense. We did give out the receiving yards ladder for Tony Pollard against the Bills. I like that, and probably even like it a little bit better there with Mason Rudolph. All right, the phone.
And real quick, we won't know about. I forgot that Carolina was once again pushed to the late window, so everyone can get the Panthers in one of their 3 games. So we won't know about Deontay Johnson officially for a couple hours.
Panthers are a hilarious late game. Yeah, they were a late game last week as well.
But here are the general in-out notes. And another one you brought to my attention before the show, which is Jameis Winston inactive. Is there going to be a trade going down for Jameis Winston today?
That certainly is.
Why else would he be inactive?
Yeah, I don't. Why all of a sudden is he not active? Who is their backup quarterback now with no Jameis?
I don't know. Anyway, other than that, I'll look that up while we. Other randoms that we talked about throughout the week. Aaron Jones is in, Sean.
Okay,
and then all of the Colts receivers are in. Pierce, Pittman, and Downs.
Yes, I just saw the thumbs up on the screen. Smash the thumbs up. Always appreciate that. Toss us a like. Hit that subscribe button. Frankie in the chat say Nick Chubb anytime touchdown. Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. Amari Cooper anytime touchdown. Are you riding that, Ryan?
Yeah, sure. When I did see someone posted a little first quarter ladder for the Amari Cooper receiving yards, and on that point, new receivers joining teams expected to have a heavy role in the offense. Devontae Adams today.
Yeah, no surprise there. Still on the Steelers. Joining us on the line, you know him in Discord. You love him. He's been on a heater with some crazy same game parlays. The legend himself, T. Lentz, aka Tyler Lentz. What's happening, Tyler?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you sharing all these like crazy same game parlays you've been hitting.
Success stories.
Yes. No, it's been awesome. You've been on a crazy.
It's funny,
run.
Sean. When I used to work in the corporate world, they always wanted to have a career ladder that you could show a young person. This is what it looks like when in 5-10 years when you're working really hard down this path. So I think all Tyler's doing is showing off the career ladder of being a DJ. One day you can win a 5-figure payout like that. Anyway, nice one, Tyler.
It's been going pretty well. Like last week was definitely the best week I've ever had in my life, and been a long journey getting there.
So what do you? I mean, how do you top last week? What do you got cooking up for the DGens this weekend?
I mean, this weekend it's hard to top last weekend because all my books are limiting me this week, so I can't even get $20 down on my bet now.
Oh no!
So I got caught off guard a little bit when I was trying to cook up all my bets last night. So I don't have much action today, to be honest. I did bet on Nick Chubb over 39.5 rushing yards. I just don't know whenever you'll see that number that low again. So
yeah, I mean, I guess
they're going to use him, but.
Yeah, the worry I guess is that he's on a pitch count, but just seeing the reaction of the locker room and how excited they are that Nick Chubb's back, they're clearly fired up. You got to rally around someone around that offense. It's certainly not Deshaun Watson. So yeah, Nick Chubb getting 40 yards. To your point, you're not going to see that number again this season. So and he's a fun guy. He's a fun guy to root for.
Looked against like all his games against Cincinnati. Like he's put up 100 yards and 2 touchdowns against Cincinnati like 2 or 3 times in his last 5 outings against Cincinnati.
No, he's done really well against them. Obviously, Myles Garrett's done really well against them. Like Cleveland, we mentioned it on the show. Joe Burrow 0-4 in Cleveland. So if you're thinking of playing the Bengals in Survivor. You may want to look elsewhere. So, what do you?
They only let me put $20 on this, but I did bet it. It was like 50 to 1, $20 to win 1,000. Nick Chubb 80 rushing yards, Browns money line, and Nick Chubb 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. That was exactly what I was thinking in my head. You might as well take advantage of the floor. Throw in a little correlated. Browns get the upset. Nick Chubb has an awesome game. I love that angle.
Love it. Well, Tyler, appreciate you calling in, and check Tyler out in the Discord, and appreciate tuning in. As
Kiss
always.
the ring in Discord.
Yes, make sure you say what's up to him, and of course, let it ride.
Let it ride.
All right, Kramer. Again, if you want to call in, hop in the Discord. Also, a bonus promo code for all Discord users for merch. Click the general tab there in the old Discord, and you can find that super secret promo if you're in the Discord already.
How nice!
Good reason to hop in on the Discord. Andy Ryan, first weather reports. Katansky saying wind in Buffalo sustained 15 miles per hour gusts of 25. Makes me kind of regret not being on the Titans here. This game's going to be ugly either way. And Tyler Bass, the Bills kind of had an interesting run, started out hot, cooled off, got that nice win against the Jets. But Tyler Bass, I think he's missed 5 field goals so far this season. Not a kicker you can trust. So if you're on the Bills, hopefully it doesn't come down to some field goal kicking, because don't feel great for that. Kelvin saying go Pack go. We ride in the over on Coop 35.5 is insanity. Ryan.
I mean, again, my general idea with these is buy the dip. Maybe it's limited role. But so far, like Devontae Adams, at first it was we're not really sure what the role is going to be. Now he's going to be rolled out in a big way. I think we'll see the same thing with Cooper. Although the wind, maybe that hinders you, but he is a receiver used to playing in cold weather. So yeah, I would go on the over. I'm not playing unders on these new toys.
No, 100% not. You're not going to get I mean, maybe you take it home, but you're going crazy.
Also on that Browns game, the bet splits are still 80-20
for the Bengals,
in favor of the Bengals.
Yeah,
so it's the most
code red. Look out.
Outside of the so the 2 most lopsided games today: Washington Commanders, Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah,
your public sides.
Like both of the private sides there. Versus
third is your Philadelphia Eagles, Sean. So
okay. Well, there's always exceptions to the rule. Yeah. I'm going to start calling it instead of public and Joe's versus pros. I'm going to go public and private.
I'm on the private side.
No, I'm on the private side. Jags
like private equity.
Yeah, extend the lead 32-16. So feels like the -6, -5.5. If you're on the Jags, that's feeling pretty good, Ryan.
You're sweating a teaser. If you got New England.
Oh yes, we were just watching Stormy on VSiN. She had the Pats teased up. She was sweating that out, but the back door is open for a Pats backdoor tease. I see the Discord line is lighting up. We got some callers here. This guy, Ryan, he is defining markets. Some say a real man of Degen. He's creating markets.
This guy or this boy?
Well, he is the man, the myth, the legend. Sup boy in the chat with his kickoff model ready to hit us with some winners. Sup boy. Sup.
What is up, guys? What is up? Kickoff model's going great. If you don't mind, I'm gonna get on my soapbox here for a second and talk about analytics and how people are using them. And I'm gonna use your guys' 2 teams as examples because I just don't seem to. I think people understand what's going on. So the Giants last week went for it on their own 38-yard line when their defense had like 7 sacks and were the only touchdown they gave up was a Joe Burrow 52-yard rush touchdown. And someone's like, well, the analytics say to go for it. I'm like, the analytics, yes, maybe in that specific spot and time say it, but that's not taking into account that the Giants defense is dominating them. Like it doesn't make any sense. So it's the same thing with the Eagles not taking field goals when it's a 0-0 game. Just take the points. Derek Carr and the Saints suck. They're not going to score. It's okay. People think, well, the analytics, I'm like, the analytics only are showing based off time and score. They're not taking into account like, oh, the Giants defense has 7 sacks.
Yeah, so I don't think, and you would know maybe better, but like I don't think the analytics are factoring like,
No.
hey, what is the total in this game?
It's a blackjack card.
Yeah, but well, to this point though, like expected points for the game, right? Because that should factor into the model. If the expected points for a game is like 58, settling for a field goal might be a crazier thing. Where in that Saints Eagles game, I forget what the total is off the top of my head. It was lower. It was like 42 because the Saints defense had been playing well. Eagles, they expected them to play some defense. So yeah, to your point, like factor it in. Hey, this is kind of an ugly smash mouth game. Oh, the Giants, their defense is playing even better than expected against the Bengals. Points are worth more. You really have to kind of factor in the situation along with the analytics and not just blindly play it. It is kind of annoying, but does create some opportunities, right, Sup Boy?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, anyway, I just wanted to get that out of my chest, stand on my soapbox for a second, just because I just keep seeing. And then the other thing is setting up the fourth down. This is happening in college all the time. Like, what does setting up a fourth down play mean? That's another just such a. Anyway, but anyway, it's all right. We keep trucking along like usual. Kickoff model 17-4, best bets right
Let's
now.
go.
17-4. Like, already hit the Thursday night one. 3.5 over 3.5. It hit in the first like 2 quarters. Like the halftime's not even done and this thing's hitting. So anyway, you can go in the Discord. I'll give you the best bets. Carolina and Washington is over. That one is 3. They're all at 3.5 again. Like I said, I don't know if they know what they're doing, but I'm just gonna keep betting it until they figure it out.
Again, to clarify, these are a number of kickoffs returned in the game, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, kickoff returns.
And now, are you finding some teams, some returners, more likely to return than others, or is this just like, hey, you're finding your spots of this number is too low, they don't know what they're doing, this game is going to be higher scoring than most? What are you using to kind of factor this in?
Yeah, so basically what I'm doing is taking off out like the percentage of how much there is a touchback from one team to another. So I take like the special teams offense and defense numbers, not to get too much into it, but that's basically how it is. So Carolina and Washington return the ball 55% of the time in that game. So they're gonna, if you expect scores, there's gonna be a lot of returns.
Yeah, I'm surprised that one's so low because the total is decently high. And
well, to his point, I don't think there's an actual handy. Like I think they're just basically coming to a very blended number and firing.
Yeah, it does seem like they're putting the new guy on this market and just hoping they don't get killed. They weren't planning on Sup Boy dominating. So sorry to interrupt, but just wanted to hit on a couple of those things. What are your other favorite plays for the kickoff return model?
Yeah, so Carolina, Washington over, Denver, New Orleans already hit, Seattle, Atlanta is a good over. And then the Jets, Pittsburgh under, Detroit, Minnesota under, and Miami, Indianapolis under. Miami and Indianapolis under is at 2, and the line's at 3.5. And I don't think I've seen Miami not kick the ball out of the end zone. Maybe once, but it's all so like. There's definitely like you can just watch. I don't know because now I've been watching so much. There's data there. Every time I don't see a kickoff, I actually get kind of annoyed. I'm like, what? This is the best part of.
It must be fun to watch a game with Sup Boy like NFL Sunday, and it's just him. Everyone's going up to get a drink, go to the bathroom, and he's just sitting there sweating out whether or not they'll return it. It's great because I always thought that was a market we'd only see in the Super Bowl, but now shout out to the books offering these lines. Well, Sup Boy, appreciate it. Thanks for the plays and best of luck on the Sunday.
All right, thanks guys, appreciate it. Have a good one.
Let it ride.
He's not wrong with the analytics conversation. This happens anytime you enable too many people with numbers.
Yeah, it's a.
Well, what is the basic idea of analytics is finding an edge, because when the public is all doing one thing, you're probably going to have an edge doing something else. So with analytics being so mainstream, I think whether it's the conversation about the going for 2 when you're down 14, like we saw in the Maryland game in college football, or it's this like 4th down bot that just gives you a definitive answer. You go for it or you don't go for it. I agree. I think there's certainly the nuances. The coaches have been made fun of for saying this, like, well, they don't know about the pressure of the situation, but there is something to that.
No, there's game flow and there's injuries. There's, hey, we're able to move the ball better than we thought, or we're not, or we can't slow them down on defense. Like that shit is everything that's happened up to the game, everything that's expected to happen to the game as far as projected point totals. None of that is factored into the model. It's just time left in the game and situation and where the ball is, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, I think there's some pretty wild ass shit happening with analytics right now, but it feels like the 4th down decision is like being presented as solved, and I don't think it's solved. That's all I'm saying.
Ryan, didn't have him on last week, missed him. A lot of people are saying that's why Mike Evans did not get into the end zone. A lot of people mistakenly believed it was Marshawn Lattimore locking him down, or maybe Mike Evans' injury. But really, the reason Mike Evans did not get an anytime touchdown was Dick Puncher was not here to give out his anytime touchdown bet. Maybe he gives it out this week. I won't speak for the puncher. Dick, what's happening? Thanks for calling into the show.
Yo, how's it going, boy?
Doing great, man. Doing great. How about you?
I'm doing amazing. I mean, Ryan,
yes.
Yankees. How about that? How about that game last night? Oh my God, Juan Soto. What a man.
I wish I could feel as good as you. Clearly, I'm back as a Yankees fan. It's been since 2009 that I've gotten to root them on in a World Series. So very excited. I was a spoiled child of the 80s and 90s when the Yankees were very good for a bit, and then I just checked the fuck out of baseball. So happy to be back.
Kramer's all the way back.
That for the football fans in here, I'll move on. But real quick though, staying in football, but slightly off topic. A quick obituary for the Michigan Wolverines. I knew this was not going to be a good year. Right? Losing the God Emperor of Michigan himself, and the defensive coordinator, half the team to the pros, whatever. I've been fading them in the big games all year, but like, my God, is this situation even worse than I thought? Like that fucking quarterback we trotted out there yesterday, Tuttle, was the worst Michigan quarterback this fucking century. Like somehow this guy was worse than both Orgy and Warren. And I didn't even think that was possible, right? This was the lowest point total for Michigan in a decade, and this was against fucking Illinois. Illinois, like, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm pissed I didn't use them as my dog, Illinois. In hindsight, that was so obvious. We were all on Illinois on the show, but I wish I would have got down more on them. Super obvious in hindsight. Like Michigan's offense, their defense isn't horrible. It's just the offense is so bad.
Would you say you wish you had followed me down that path of taking Illinois as
that
your
was
dog?
A good dog, right?
That may be a better way to say it.
Maybe my Purdue dog was a little bit short-sighted. Mr. Puncher, what do you got for the fans today on the NFL slate?
All right, so this weekend, I really love this spot for the Lions. I think the Lions are gonna kick the Vikings' teeth in. They're super motivated. They're just playing I mean, Jared Goff is, I don't know what happened to this guy, but he's playing like a freaking MVP right now. I think they're gonna beat the Vikings. I think essentially, the Packers, we fell way far behind against the Vikings, and then they allowed like this crazy comeback. I think the same thing's gonna happen, except the Lions aren't going to fall far behind. Like they're going to be close in the game at first. They're both going to be scoring, and then the Lions are just going to move away. I like Jahmyr Gibbs anytime touchdown as well, plus 125. I think that at plus money is ridiculous. I also really like. I know this is a public side. My next spot will be not, but Eagles -3. Sean,
let's go.
I think it's a great shot.
Go
I love the
Birds.
Eagles.
Smart man.
And then, go ahead.
I said smart man.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what can I say? I've learned from the best. You two out here each week leading the way. All right, Carolina plus 9.5. This is ridiculous. The Commanders' defense is so bad. Like you guys said, like they're going to be able to run the ball. Carolina's going to be able to run the ball. Chuba Hubbard, the man's been murdering the game for me in fantasy this year. Love this guy. Give me them plus the points. 9.5 is way too many. Now to get into a little bit of all right, of course, let me just say Mike Evans, anytime touchdown, plus 115. It's plus money. You have to play it. We have to play it. We all know. I'm sorry I let everyone down last week. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I'm sorry. I wasn't here to give him what he needs, but it's back, baby. It's back. It's happening. Mike Evans, anytime touchdown. Let's go. I also like, this is part of why I like the Eagles, right? Saquon revenge spot. I like 2 touchdowns. Saquon 2 touchdowns. This number dropped on me while I was placing the bet. It was at plus like 4 something, plus like 470 or something. It dropped to plus 340 while I was placing it. But Saquon plus 2 touchdowns. Love that. Jahmyr Gibbs, I think I already mentioned, anytime. And then I'll give one long shot. Saquon 2 touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard 2 touchdowns. Gibbs anytime. Evans anytime. 126 to 1.
I was gonna say there's a lot of things in there I like.
Yes.
Yeah, especially the Barkley 2 touchdowns.
He distracted me though because I was like, you know what, this Panthers money line needs to be put into something right now. So I was just getting some situations sorted over here privately.
All right. Well, that's I appreciate the nice long shot parlay, but Mr. Puncher, I feel like you got to pump up the crowd. Give him a little pep talk.
All right, D-Gens, this is it. We're in the swing of things now, so I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Right, the touchdown god himself, Mike Evans, going to return to the end zone. Shake and bake, baby. Bet on. Next up, we got the Saquon revenge game. Right, the Giants wouldn't pay the man his money. Right, so now he's going to turn around bunnies and fuck them. All right, that's what's going to happen. And finally, Houston is going to get rocked by Love so hard they're going to end up putting CJ Stroud on a VH1 show with Brett Michaels. All right. Shout out to the Yankees, baby. We're taking it all. Evil Empire returns. Let's fucking go. Go Evans. Go Petco. Let's all get in there and punch these damn bookies in their fucking dicks. Let it ride, D-Gens.
Oh, amazing, Ryan. Amazing. Great work as always, Mr. Puncher.
Dick Puncher. 4 hours. If you're still like that in 4 hours, dude, be careful.
I mean, on the West Coast, Ryan, we're waking up. It's the football juices are slowly building.
It's a curse. Every morning, I wake up just like Dick Puncher, rock hard. You want a
great Rock of Love reference by Dick Puncher. Did not see that coming.
Would you like a first half parlay? Sean?
Yes. Also, making bacon. Let's go, boys. I'm chumming up over here. Down in jolly old New Zealand, Ryan.
All right, just put the first half parlay in the chat. But we're very heavy on the dogs this week, Sean. We're going Dolphins, Browns, Seahawks, Texans, Lions, all on the point spread for the first half. So hopefully we get a lot of ties. A lot of ties.
Oh, okay, yeah, tie. Well, you will win, Ryan, because
that's why I took the points.
The cover there.
That's why I took the points. Also, I just privately put in a Panthers, Browns, Seahawks round robin. So,
what does that pay? Or what does it pay on the straight parlay?
Let me pull it back up. The parlay itself is about 35 to 1.
That's fun.
Yeah,
fun little sprinkle there. Getting paid on a long shot parlay. Ryan, you want to knock out some DFS? What do we want to get going here? DFS. We got
let's do
Underdog entry.
Let's
more
do a quick
calls.
DFS lineup.
All right, let's talk.
Unless there's people who are not cowardly and want to talk to us.
All right, what are we doing for this DFS entry, Ryan? Is it crazy to start with? It's probably crazy to play Andy Dalton, right? Don't even need to discuss that one.
So if you are trying to play that game, I actually think the idea of playing Chuba Hubbard, and Jaden Daniels is very interesting.
Okay,
but we don't have to play Jaden Daniels. I think Chuba could be popular.
Okay,
but I love the matchup. I love the 2 touchdown potential. That would be my preferred way to play the Panthers if you want to play the Panthers.
Where do you want to? Well, let's figure out our quarterback.
Well, let's put Chuba in there.
Okay,
we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm fine with Chuba.
Do we also want to play Pollard? We were kind of jonesing on that tape
because of the receiving yards. I think that's a nice spot.
These are two kind of. I would imagine that Chuba definitely a cash play. I'll be rolling him out in the big boy, but Pollard I don't know.
Not as much. I can't imagine he is.
We'll see. It's a good matchup.
The Hashtonauts saying we should play Joe Flacco.
He's not playing.
They have not announced Joe Flacco. Starting
they've announced that Anthony Richardson. Then
they have announced.
Yeah.
Well, for now, I mean, the first drive, we'll see how it goes.
All right, quarterback.
Okay.
I honestly, it's so hard for me to not want to scroll down and take Geno Smith at 5,800.
Yeah, we like Geno.
Who do you want to stack him with?
DK Metcalf.
Okay.
I mean, that's? I assume that's a rhetorical question.
Do we want to bring it back?
No.
Kyle Pitts, Drake London, both great matchups. No Reek Woolen. Maybe it's Drake London.
We can't play.
All right, London.
Kyle Pitts. You love your bringbacks. Sure.
I just think that you highlighted the absence. Okay. All right. So you want to pop a defense? You want to put the Panthers defense in, or is that cute?
Let's go to the bottom. What are some of the cheaper defenses? Oh, Titans,
Browns.
I mean, Josh Allen hasn't turned it over, Ryan. He is so due for a turnover, and we stack with the running back. You love that.
Yep.
See, I know how to get Ryan excited.
All right. So tight end, wide receiver, flex.
Tight end, you're gonna laugh as you always do, but Zach Ertz has a good matchup. I also like Colby Parkinson. I mean, how much is Zach Ertz?
Zach Ertz is a game stack with Hubbard too. I don't mind that.
Zach Ertz is 3,900. I think he was one of the leading target guys for the Commanders last week, and he's relatively cheap at 3,900. So now we got two guys, 11,500. I mean, Justin Jefferson. Then we're kind of screwed if we go for our other guys. Jaden Reed's intriguing. Oh, I mean, I love Xavier Worthy. 6,400 is kind of high, but I still like it. I don't think he's going to catch much ownership.
I think this actually lets us do something fun.
Oh, George Kittle.
6,000. Can't do Kittle.
Okay. Well, we don't have to go Xavier Worthy, but I do like him. What else do we got in the flex spot if we keep Xavier Worthy there?
Okay, let's put him back in. Yeah, Worthy's almost to the point where you're better off like going even bigger and then dropping down further, I think. But let's see. I mean, there's not a ton down here.
I mean, I like Xavier Legette, but we're already playing Chuba in that game.
I mean, playing any sort of
Whittington. Do we think he's okay?
No, I think that's what I'm saying. I feel like we've gotten too cute. Is there anyone down here, all the way down here?
What if we play Parkinson as our second tight end, and then we can bump up the receiver, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go down into the 2 tight end set, Jonnu Smith's also in the conversation.
What about Njoku, Ryan?
8 targets.
Is that crazy? I mean, we'll talk about zero ownership.
I like playing a Browns receiver.
4,100. Yeah, put him in there.
What does it let us get to?
7,400 for a receiver.
We can definitely get Higgins in if we wanted to play the other side. I don't think we need to though.
Yeah, go to.
Oh, we're so close to neighbors.
Go to flex. I think we can play.
So close to neighbors.
I think we can play Tyreek Hill.
Oh, dude, double stack with Kenneth Walker on his birthday.
It's pretty interesting.
Oh wait, we don't have a receiver. We need a receiver because we have 2 tight ends.
Oh, okay. Tyreek Hill. I mean, I like I like Indy, but Tyreek Hill at $7,300 against his Colts defense is interesting.
All right, I'm gonna do this though. I'm just gonna do. If we put Njoku in the tight end spot, what does it give us access to? Because I was talking with you about this morning. The Juju injury was just like a cramp or something.
Okay,
he's 4,000.
All right, yeah,
it gets us into this game.
All right.
Do you like that better than having Ertz and Njoku? Feels like a higher ceiling, right?
Ertz is just such a PPR guy.
Well, we don't have to go Njoku. We could go Ertz and we don't have.
Oh yeah, let's see what Ertz looks like.
We could go Ertz and then we have 4,200. So, which is gonna give us plenty of like I said, Juju's 4K. Also gives us access to Chris Myrick, who's a nice
Cracky the Cocaine
header.
Bear suggesting two Atwell. I do. I like something in that Rams Raiders game.
I'm worried it's just going to be a Kyron Williams game.
It's fair. What do we got for 4,200 receiver on? Or I guess we could go flex.
No, we could go Njoku. We could go Juju. We could go Dalton Schultz, a matchup that we were talking about is very good against the Packers. Trey Tucker, which is on the other side of that matchup. So that or Tyler Johns. To me, it's Njoku or Schultz or we drop down and take Juju.
Let's do Njoku. I like the Njoku Ertz combo.
2 tight ends. Let's go. All right, Gino, Chuba Hubbard, Tony Pollard, a DK Metcalf stack with Gino, brought back with Drake London. Tyreek Hill snuck in there, almost free of cost. Zach Ertz, Njoku, and Titans defense. Nice work.
Let's let it rip. Someone in the chat saying, "What do we feel about a Jonnu Smith ladder on?" I mean, what's the pricing at? I guess my take is
I love it.
If assuming they've adjusted for the injury and you're getting lower price than
I'll pull it up right now, but I'll tell you this: the idea of playing Snoop Hundley with Jonnu Smith and Tyreek Hill is very appealing to me in fantasy.
Okay,
I think he had 8 targets in that Pats game. Sean Jonnu Smith, 8 targets. So
Ben Caddy in the chat saying, "I'm laddering Schultz. Let's go." Yeah, Schultz does have a good lineup. I'm on the Packers, but I like his matchup.
Jonnu Smith to get 60 yards is 12-1. Holy shit!
What?
Holy shit! Alert the accountants. We might need a bonus ladder.
Get the stick or the beanstalk.
Oh, while I was sharing the screen, I should have just shared this too. I'll bring up our plays from the VSiN show, so we can unpack everything.
Sure.
People like when we unpack all the picks.
Jared Swope in the chat checking out Njoku, Taysom Hill, or sorry, Tyreek Hill and Kyron, 2 touchdowns. Looks like 28 to 280 to 1.
Jesus.
280000.
Whoa.
280 to 1, right?
280.
Oh no, sorry, 2,800 to 1.
I was gonna say.
Now we're talking.
Let's see. We also have an underdog lineup to build.
Yeah. Let's do the underdog.
All right. First I was just gonna pop this guy up. Let's
yeah, Jared saying $1 pays you 2,800. These are the fun bets. Come on.
Well, what else are you doing?
Dare to dream.
All right, Sean, anything you want to talk about? Let's see. On the prop show.
Yeah. Prop show. I gave out Xavier Legette, 2 touchdowns, Brock Bowers, 2 touchdowns. I think the Bowers, I got it like 23 to 1. It went up a little bit. Xavier Legette, 2 touchdowns, right around 20 to 1. Do like the Xavier Worthy receiving yards ladder. Will Levis under. I mean, if you already put it in, you're free rolling because
what if he gets in?
There's certainly a chance Mason Rudolph doesn't finish the game for either injury or sucking, and they let Levis back in at some point. You get a free roll on the Will Levis under. I do like Brock Bowers in general. May rushing yards over, didn't quite get there, although he was. In my defense, he was the Patriots' leading rusher, so I feel like that should count for something. And Ryan, we learned it was Kenneth Walker's birthday, so I don't know if he gets a birthday bump there.
Yep, as you can see, my Demarius Douglas receiving ladder was first drive, 2 catches, 14 yards.
Yeah, he was on it.
And shout out to the anonymous dingo, manatee, and rabbit hanging out in the sheets. You can too hang out in the sheets anonymously if you want. Yeah, my I'm heavy on the Geno angle. Lines up with the DFS. Kittle and Hubbard fun overs. Mostert back as the goal line back, and then I don't know, the big one for me, AJ Brown under. AJ Brown alt unders. The Giants are not letting.
Cannot wait to celebrate an AJ Brown deep shot.
The Giants are not letting number ones have days. The only number 1 receiver who's gone over this number is CeeDee Lamb, and of course he operates more out of the slot. So I expect heavy double team usage on AJ Brown. Take the alts down to 50 yards. Have fun. And then I got if you like 153 to 1 anytime touchdown parlays, Worthy, Kittle, Jefferson, JMO, DK Metcalf, and Hubbard. Again, this feels very easy.
Yeah.
Very easy.
How does this not hit?
Let's see. VSiN show.
Yeah.
We got some parlays. I may have flipped the Ryan and Sean columns here.
Oh, what are you doing?
Well, I fucked it up on many different levels here. Anyway, my parlay is in Sean's column. I'll fix that.
Yeah, Hunter Henry didn't get home anytime touchdown, but he is. I mean, he got a ton of work, so don't feel horrible about that one. Jordan Love first touchdown, I think, is fun considering how much the Texans force you to run. Ladd McConkey 2 touchdowns. Also, I think that's like 20 to 1 now. He's a little banged up. I still think he goes. We'll probably discuss it tonight when we talk Monday night props. But yeah, Lad, love me some Lad, and it looks like Quentin Johnson might be out for the Chargers, which Lad McConkey has 32 targets, Quentin Johnson 22 targets. Like, and Quentin Johnson is second in the target market. Like, I get it; they're probably going to pound the rock. But the fact that you're getting their leading target guy by a wide margin, 2 touchdowns against that Cardinals defense in a dome, I'm all in.
Yeah. Parlay is good. Like, again, if you want to win 30K, feel free to take that long one. Then last thing, ladders. Sean, anything to chime in on our ladder projections today?
Yeah, no, I mean, I keep smashing the Bowers stuff. Gino, we like to get some passing.
This really lines up with our DFS lineup, short of Bowers.
Nothing crazy to see there. So stuff we've been on the normal time. All right, Ryan, let's fire up the Underdog entry. Get something juicy for the folks here.
Let me switch over to the tab. Might not be able to share this. We'll just go back full screen.
Okay.
Or what I'll do first is quickly flash this beautiful sheet, and again, people can access this. Sean, how can people access these beautiful sheets? Look at all of our picks in there.
SportsGamblingPodcast.com/Patreon. Ryan, we got to update the Jags as that is also a winner.
Look how beautiful it is. It's almost like that fat guy for the Indians that named after Christmas, all the red and green.
Big Christmas.
Yeah. We retired. The Yankees retired. We retired him. All right. Yeah. No. Let's build an Underdog lineup, Sean.
That sounds good. Underdog Fantasy, of course. Promo code SGPN. Get your 50% deposit match up to $1,000 and a ton of boosts. Get you going on the Underdog. I don't know if my Underdog desktop is working. I get.
Oh, maybe yeah. So maybe that was the issue because I was not able to load it.
Okay, but luckily they got this sweet app. Getting over into the pick'em.
15 minutes till kickoff.
All right. What do we?
Which, by the way, Will Levis is inactive.
No. Well, then,
which
still a free roll.
I think he's the third emergency quarterback, so maybe mayhem can happen.
If there's any game for that to happen, it is certainly that game. Kramer, what do we do? Where are we starting with our pick'em? And feel free to chime in. Also, they're running a ton of boosts, especially for NBA with that season. Tipping off sportsgamblingpodcast.com/NBA contest. We're doing a big merch giveaway for NBA win totals. Kramer, I'll let you go first. What's a player you're putting in the Underdog entry?
I appreciate you letting me go first.
Well, we can do Geno Smith. I know we're big.
We're just going to keep leaning in.
Going all in on Geno Smith.
Touchdowns?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to do a higher 2.5?
Ooh, what's the spice?
0.198x.
Wait, that's 1.5.
What? Higher 2.5 is 1.98.
Oh yes, let's do that one.
Okay.
Unless you want to do 3.5.
No, I feel like 2.5's good.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. All right. We didn't put any. We didn't. I mean, I have a ton of Brock Bowers already going. The Xavier Worthy stuff I like. Xavier Legette, anytime touchdown.
Worthy, and not Legette.
Okay, you're not a Legette man. So we'll try. You want to do some Worthy stuff? I know you kind of like the Juju reverse angle.
No, I don't. I like Worthy too. I like I think people are sleeping on the Chiefs. I've heard a lot of people say they like the Niners today. I've heard a lot of people talking about.
Just
Ricky.
keep it simple with higher 39.5 receiving yards for Worthy.
Sure, I've heard a lot of people bring up the Ricky Pearsall angle as a bit of a bump for the Niners. All right, that's 2 legs. Do we want a third leg?
Yeah, let's get a third. Let's get a third in there. It's always good to have a third leg, Ryan. Round out the tripod.
Do we want to just go back to the the Pollard angle?
That's fun. Also, Zach Ertz at 3 catches feels like free money.
Yeah, or Chuba or Zach Ertz.
I mean, Zach Ertz is a huge part of their offense, and it's not like the Panthers are great at defending the.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Zach Ertz, Geno Smith, and Xavier Worthy. Ooh, and let's see if I got any boosts here.
Ooh, I do have some boosts. I see they're offering a 31% on. Oh, here we go. Got a 40% boost.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Let's see what the max is. 100. All right. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. I'll figure this out after
Yeah, we'll get the boost going. We'll get it sorted. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
And we'll see you tonight after the game for the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean at Stacking the Money Green. He's Ryan.
Oh, good luck today, Sean. Psych.
You'll need it, Ryan. Kramer, let it ride.